Paweł Nastula is 36, 6 feet tall, 221 pounds, 0-2 in Pride Fighting Championships. Edson Rio Drago is 28, 6'2", 220 pounds, making his debut in Pride.
Well, you just look at these two body types, you know which one I'm going for.
Both very physically well put together. Edson Drago making his debut in Pride Fighting Championships with a mixed martial arts record of 9-0, 7 knockouts, known for his explosive power and quick KOs, but he's taking on one of the top judokas the world has ever seen. Nastula 0-2 so far in Pride, has acquitted himself well. We'll find out tonight if third time is indeed the charm.
Nastula's biggest problem is he's never been able to adapt from that 5-minute round that he gets in judo to the 20-minute fight he gets in Pride. Oh, good duck. Nice job stepping in.
Right away to that Greco-Roman clinch. Drago jockeying for position, delivering some knees from within the clinch, and now they unload on each other. Drago getting the better of that early exchange.
Oh, the guy like Drago that can strike that much, you don't want him on top of you in the spot.
Drago's been training in mixed martial arts for 3 years. As an amateur boxer, went 33-5 with 30 KOs. Don't have to tell you what his MO is here in his debut, although Nastula going for an armbar early.
He might get it. He's got this tight. He's got to bring his right knee just a little bit higher up on his shoulder, try and pitch that head off. He needs to get 2 hands on it. Oh, he's going to swing. Oh, I thought he was going to swing over the bottom side. Yeah, good work.
And Nastula looking for the early submission victory. They'll be back on their feet to start things. And Nastula, of course, we talk about him being winless so far in Pride Fighting Championships, but at his debut at Critical Countdown 2005, he suffered a first-round TKO at the hands of former Pride World Heavyweight Champ Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. In his last appearance, New Year's Eve, was submitted via rear naked choke by Alexander Emelianenko, two of the bigger names here in Pride Fighting Championships.
You know, when I teach seminars throughout the country, I try to explain to everybody, as a fighter, you've got to take advantage of the opportunities you get. And I've had several fights where I didn't take advantage of the opportunities, you end up losing them. And that could have been Nastula's only chance to really finish that fight.
Nastula now has Drago again in that clinch along the ropes and hasn't maintained. Actually, he's got the mount here. Full mount achieved by Nastula, now trying to neutralize Drago on the bottom, and a very precarious position for the Brazilian bomber who is representing Brazilian top team, a position I'm sure he does not want to be in against a former Olympic gold medalist in judo at the '96 Atlanta Games.
We're going to see how good Drago's, at least his mount defense, is going to be here. I really like how Nastula's got his left leg up a little bit higher on the shoulders, using his left arm to kind of wrap that arm down. Because remember, Drago's right-handed, he's got him on the bottom, and so he's tying up that right arm as best he can, Nastula is, and that's going to really keep Drago in a spot from being able to move.
Raining in those right hands. Drago busy on the bottom trying to sweep Nastula, but a very good mount achieved here. Now raining in unanswered right hands. Drago needs to defend himself intelligently as the...
Nice, look at that knee coming high. See how Nastula's got his right knee up nice and high? He's got it pinned off. He can't turn. He's using a great job keeping his knees, not letting Drago get his back to the mat. As long as he doesn't stay flat on the mat, he can keep him pinned down. Now he's caught in the corner. This is a really bad spot. Drago's got, he basically might as well just give him his back at this point, like he's doing right now, just trying to roll out.
And if Nastula is able to secure the hooks, it could be more problems for Edson Drago here in his Pride Fighting Championships debut.
He's doing a good job of covering up, but he's not getting out. He's got to move his hips and try and get out of this spot.
But again, they are in the corner, and knowing Nastula, I'm sure he'd like to go for the armbar if given an opportunity, though he's been very successful thus far with the ground and pound, but because they're in that corner, there's not enough real estate to really try to maneuver for the arm lock, so he's content doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough space to move his hips as the ref stops and restart him in the center, bring him up.
And this could be even more dangerous for Drago.
Neutral corner is going to... Safety always an issue. Always an issue. They're making sure that the fighters are always in can't take any permanent damage. We'll take a look at that cut real quick just to make sure everything's fine. But yeah, you're right, Mark. When you're in the corner, it would have been hard for Nastula to try to rotate off that armbar. He needed to stay on top and keep the ground and pound. So he got a little more space.
Contrary to what some people may tell you, mixed martial arts, one of the safest sports on the planet, as you were seeing right here. The stoppage, timeout called as they address the cut on Drago's forehead, and really that's what makes pride fighting and the entire sport of MMA the fastest growing sport in the world, as now one of the top 50 judokas in the world. Paweł Nastula back in the full mount.
Bad position to be in, but at least he's got a little bit more space to move. Drago does, so hopefully he's got to push him off. Holding on is not going to help. He needs to get space. He needs to get his holding on in this position. Oh, he's doing a good turn. He may get it off just by strength and power, and he does. Nice sweep. Great work.
Half butterfly guard now in the open guard, and Drago dropping those hammer fists on Nastula.
Drago's so strong. Drago's best position right now is to try to earn a couple points back by staying in this spot. Trying to see if he can work out this ground and pound. He's got a couple of knockouts from this position, from knocking guys out in this ground and pound. So I think for him right now, it's pretty safe staying here.
Of course, with an open guard, the onus is on the fighter from top position to try to go for the guard pass, although from the bottom, Nastula maneuvering for an armbar.
Great change. Let's see if he can work it out. That's it.
Driving tips down, and it's over. Paweł Nastula indeed records his first victory in Pride Fighting Championships, and an entertaining matchup with the debuting Edson Drago via armbar submission.
I got to tell you what.
Olympic champion records his first win.
He did a great job. Took a little bit of a beating in the beginning. Really was kind of getting work, and then came back to get that armbar. It was really, really good. And it's just to keep that the brain power about you to come back and get a submission like that is really tough.
At 4 minutes and 33 seconds of the opening round, Paweł Nastula records the victory via armbar submission. Edson Drago, a good sweep on the ground. Definitely showcased some of his striking power, but again, Trig, we know Paweł Nastula's story, a guy who was dominated the sport of judo. Again, we talked about his gold medal victory at the Atlanta Olympics in '96, a '95 and '97 world judo champion. If he was going to be successful tonight, it was probably the way he just did it right here.
With this replay, you can see how he's already got the armbar sunk in. He's reversed the position, so he's belly down instead of belly up like you normally see. And this is the thing I try to explain to a lot of people when they're getting into the MMA world. When you're dealing with Olympic caliber wrestlers, Olympic caliber boxers, Olympic caliber judo guys, they're just a little bit tougher, a little bit smarter because they've been in tough situations before they even got into MMA. So what makes MMA such a great sport is because there are so many great guys like Nastula, who's one of the 50 best judokas ever in the history of the sport.